What is going on, guys? So today, again, we got another reaction time. Living on 50K a year in New York City. You guys already know. I'm really looking to moving to New York. I've kind of looked into Brooklyn, seeing how it is. But yeah, we got the 20-year-old multimillionaire reacting to living on 50K a year in New York City. So let's get into this video right now.
No one taught me about money. I graduated high school, I went to college, I took out student loans thinking that was the right thing to
Nope.
do, and that's what you...
College is worth it if you're a lawyer, doctor, engineer, all that stuff. If you go in there for business or anything like that and you don't have it paid for, you don't have it through scholarships, athletics, whatever, it's not worth it. It's really not, because that debt, a lot of people have debt like 300,000. It's literally like a second mortgage to them, and it's just terrible. So avoid it at all costs if you can.
to get ahead in life, and that was a huge mistake that no one told me was a mistake.
Yep.
I'm Alicia Kennedy, I'm 32, and I make $50,000 a year.
Okay.
I live comfortably in New York City. I was a full-time copy editor at New York Magazine for about 6 years, and I was about to turn 30, and I realized that I wanted to be a writer and pursue that full-time, and I wanted to work in food, and I decided it was my last chance to make a rash decision in my life when I was 29. And so I did it. I quit, I cashed out my 401k.
Oh. Okay. What? See, no. You don't finance iPhone. No, like, the first time my buddy asked, he does phone reflipping, is if it's like refinanced or not, or like if it's refinanced or not. I was like, wait, people finance iPhones? It's like because they've gotten so expensive out of hand. But guess what? You don't need the brand newest one, right? Right now, I have the iPhone 12 Pro Max. I think it's a 2 or 500 gigabyte. I don't freaking know. Basically, I'm with Metro, right? Right now, Metro, 3 lines, I pay $135. That's with Mexico and Canada calling. So, I pay $135. Guess what? My roommates, they end up giving me money. So it's on average around $45 per person. So we don't have a problem paying that. And then every 2 years, we get a free iPhone upgrade. Like, you just gotta do it wiser. You know, it's like, come on. On student loans, yep. On food for her and her partner, that's not bad. Okay.
I've definitely learned that I care more about my quality of life than the quality of my bank account. When I talk to people who might be miserable in their full-time jobs, I do feel a little bit better about my choices to be so unstable and have some...
Yeah, you gotta look at it. Would you rather be happy and make less money and have freedom, or would you be miserable and your life is around a constant job? Now, I'm not saying 9 to 5 is bad. Some people like 9 to 5s, right? Don't get me wrong. But some people literally go in the work like, like I've seen people drive on the highway, right? I'm jamming out to my music. I'm like, on my way to like breakfast, play pool with some friends, or whatever I have going on that day, you know? And I just see like businessmen like, and I'm just over here like, shake it off. Shake it off. Got my Red Bull. I'm like, you know, about to have a caffeine heart attack or something. But yeah, so, you know, just if it makes you happy, do it. But you just got to figure out a way around this. So,
unpredictable life. My 401k, because I've always worked in media and in magazines, was so paltry that I think I left with $7,000 after like 6 years. Because there was no matching. I was putting in the minimum amount because I was in my 20s and I didn't know what I was doing, and I was just like, I need my money. Basically, it bought me some time to be a writer. That's why I cashed it out. Whatever is left over gets saved. My bank, I do automatically have transfers from my checking account to my savings account every month, which is like, it does $150 a month automatically. And that's great because I don't like thinking about money.
okay, so that was meatless.
This is Meatless, a podcast about eating. I'm Alicia Kennedy, a food and drink writer. I'll be having conversations with chefs and writers about how their personal and political beliefs determine whether or not they eat meat. The show will ask the question, how do identity, culture, economics, and history affect a diet?
Nice. Okay.
My first year as a fifth.
In my opinion, side hustles, you can make more money doing side hustles than you can do actual jobs. Because if I look at all the work I do, they're really technically side hustles anyone can do. However, I just get a lot more money because it's like I do it full time in a sense. So I turn side hustles full time. That's what usually happens, or you just learn to scale it or make it more passive, you know? And that's how you grow your income.
I was completely shocked by how much I owed in taxes. I owed about $5,000, and I hadn't predicted that. My dad did pay my taxes. This year I paid my state taxes myself. I do give money away, which it's so hard not to. I baked for a bake sale for Raíces, Texas. I try in every way possible to donate money as much as I can. People don't like to talk about money because it's uncomfortable on either end of the spectrum.
Yeah. Yeah, so honestly, it's like if you make little money, you feel embarrassed. If you make a lot of money, it's like you don't want to be like making them feel bad or sound like you're bragging or anything like that. So everyone kind of shuts up about it, right? It's like it kind of sucks, right? Like for example, one of the main things is I'm paying for my parents' home. They don't truly know how much I make on a monthly basis or anything like that. I don't know, I just don't really feel comfortable because I'm like, yeah, here I am, I'm a 20-year-old, you know, and I'm like, I'm doing all of this and that, so I underplay a lot of what I do. Now I also like on social media, on my Instagram, if you guys follow me on there, see that every day I post my profits or losses in the stock market because I don't want to just be like, oh, I made 20 grand this week or like this month, and it's like, and then just be like, I never ever did. No, it's like I make money, I lose money. I make money, I lose money. That's how it averages out. I've had 9K days. Today I lost 5K. It happens, you know? But it's a very uncomfortable subject. And another thing is, like when you're hanging out with friends and then you obviously make the most and then you start talking about it, they're like, oh, you got it, you can pay. It's like, I don't know, I invited everyone. It's an uncomfortable thing because a lot of people then, you know, their opinion of you changes, and that's just not a nice thing. So
I talk to a lot of fellow writers, especially freelancers, about money because rate transparency in our industry is so important. I try to bring that kind of transparency to the rest of my life, both with friends and with colleagues and with everyone, because I just think the stigma around money is bad. I should be much more conscious of how I am going out and spending money.
Yes.
Because I write about food and develop recipes and all sorts of things. Like I'll go to the farmer's market and I can spend $30 on mushrooms. That's not a good way to spend money, but that's how I spend money because that's what's important to me. I've learned to not be afraid of money and to be honest with myself about how much I have, how much I owe, and how I can go about making myself more comfortable with that knowledge.
I mean, so overall, she's doing a lot of things, right? Some started off bad at the beginning with like the student loan, but you know, that kind of happens to a lot of people. But overall, it's not a bad thing how she's doing it. Again, she's mainly focusing on her happiness. So again, $3 on mushrooms, yeah, okay, I've gone to farmer's market. I like farmer's market. It's a better environment in my opinion overall. But you know, it's not a daily thing or a weekly thing. It's really kind of like seasonal. I usually go from like August to maybe like October, November max. And yeah, so you know, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to get all the free stuff I give you guys below. And hit that like and hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out. I'll see you guys tomorrow with another video. Peace out, guys.